Hi YouTube, it's Kyger1324 back here with part 2 of my top 100 TV and movies of all time. Of course, I did a part 1 the other day, so I thought I'd get part 2 done today. My video yesterday, my pickups video, took ages to upload for some reason. I couldn't get it to upload, and it didn't get uploaded till about 11 o'clock at night, so sorry about that. I don't know what was going on there. YouTube was just being a bit stupid for some reason. And I also forgot to mention I did order a couple of things online. I ordered the Olympics 2012 DVD. I just thought I'd like to watch it before the new Olympics this year, because I might watch it this year. And I ordered FIFA 2001. I know it's just a FIFA game on PS2, but it's a harder FIFA game to find. And of course, I ordered a State of Emergency 2. Because that's a game that I can never seem to find. But yeah, we've got my top 100 TV shows / movies of all time. So let's just get straight into it with number 50 is a movie called Blue Streak. It's a movie with Martin Lawrence in it. It's actually a pretty good movie. It's sort of about him, basically. He was sort of like a diamond thief, and basically he has to pretend to be a cop to get his diamond back. It's actually a pretty good movie, good comedy. I've seen it a few times, and it's actually still pretty good to watch today. At number 49, we have The Cleveland Show. Yes, I prefer The Cleveland Show over American Dad. I just think it's actually a pretty good show. It didn't last very long compared to the other shows, but I enjoyed it, and I have a couple of the DVDs, been watching a few of them. So yeah, at number 48 we have a show called Dirty Sanchez. Basically like Jackass, but like people, British people, obviously 3 Welsh people and someone from South England. They just do some mental stuff. It's really funny. I've seen it a few times, all of them, and I love watching it. It's so funny. Pretty messed up as well, but still a pretty funny show, my sort of thing. At number 47, we have the movie called Borat. Of course, everyone knows what Borat is. It is a great little comedy. Not it is very mainstream now. It's become quite a big movie, and a lot of people love this movie. I love it. I think it's really funny. So, I mean, I really like the movie, so had to put Borat on here somewhere. At number 46, we have another Disney movie, Pixar movie, A Bug's Life. I really like A Bug's Life. I think it's a great little Pixar movie. Again, not one that a lot of people talk about. Everyone's obsessed with Finding Dory, but I want to see A Bug's Life too. It'd be pretty interesting to see that again. So I'd really like to see that. And then number 45 is Dragon Ball Z, the TV show, anime, whatever. I really like Dragon Ball Z. It's one of my favourite animes. I know it's very mainstream, but I really enjoyed Dragon Ball Z. It's still good to watch today. And of course, I love the games. The games are pretty good as well. At number 44, we have a show called Zap. Yes, it's called Zap. It's basically it was a children's show, but I didn't realise this as a kid, but it was made for deaf children, because they don't really talk in it, but I used to love watching this show. Very, very wacky, whimsical thing. It's actually, I really love this show. I wonder how many people know that one. At number 43, we have Batman 1966. I really like Batman 1966, the movie. Haven't seen really any of the shows. I've seen a few of the episodes, but I haven't really got into it. But I have, of course, the movie is a very classic Batman movie. Of course, Adam West, Burt Ward. Holy smakey's Batman. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. At number 42, we have the Terminator 3. Yeah, I actually really liked the Terminator 3. Some people didn't like it as much as the other Terminator movies, But I liked it actually. I thought it was a really good movie. It's not the greatest of the Terminator movies, but I liked it, and I've seen it quite a few times, and it's still pretty good to watch today. Not as good as the others, of course. Better than the last two movies they made. Number 41 is Scary Movie 2. Of course, Scary Movie. I think Scary Movie 1 is a good movie, but I took it off this list and changed it for something else. But I love the second Scary Movie. Take my strong hand. It's a really funny little wacky spoof movie, and I really like it. Great movie. Not the best, of course. No masterpiece or anything like that, but funny. Number 40, we have the Mr. Bean animated show. I really like the animated show. This was one of the cartoons I used to watch. Of course, being a big fan of Mr. Bean, I love the animated show. It's very whimsical, very weird, very goofy, just like the Mr. Bean is. I'm sorry, yesterday, the last time I did this, I missed number 64, which was Cannibal Fever, another Cannibal Run movie with John Candy in it. I think it wasn't brought out on DVD. I think it only came out on VHS, and it was a straight-to-TV movie. But it's actually a pretty good one. I forgot to say that one, but I did put an annotation in there. Number 39 is Austin Powers in Goldmember. Not my favourite Austin Powers movie out of the trilogy, but I did like Goldmember. I thought it was a great movie. I love all the Austin Powers movies. Classic 90s movies, funny movies. Number 38 is the Jackass TV show. I do like the movies, but I loved Jackass just Jackass in general. Of course, very adult, very funny movie, show and movie, just crazy shit they do. Don't try it at home, kids. Number 37 is Pokemon the movie. Of course, Pokemon, I love the anime, but obviously the original Pokemon movie is a great movie, and I loved this one as a kid. Very sad moments in it though, but still a great movie and a great anime movie. Very classic. Number 36 is a show called Drake and Josh. Of course, Drake Bell, I think it's Drake Bell and Josh Peck. Yeah. Of course, very well-known Nickelodeon characters. I didn't really used to watch a lot of Nickelodeon live-action shows, but Drake and Josh was one that I did watch quite a lot, and I loved the two little movies they did, Hollywood and Really Big Shrimp. I like both of these movies, and Drake and Josh is a great 90s, early 2000 TV show on Nickelodeon. I love that show, it's so funny. Number 35 is the movie Cars. Yes, I didn't like the second one that much, but the first one, I loved it. I can't remember, I think I saw it in the cinema, and I loved it. It's a great movie. Even to watch it again today, it's still good. I don't like the second one that much though. Number 34 is the original Terminator movie. Again, classic movie. I love this movie. I think I've seen it about one or two times. I know I haven't seen it that much, but I do love it. I think it's a great Terminator movie. Some people think that the first one's the best one, but you'll see what one I think is the best one. Number 33 is another cartoon show. It's Looney Tunes. Obviously, I am a big fan of Looney Tunes, as you can tell my tattoo goes to show who my favourite Looney Tunes character was. I love Looney Tunes, a very long running cartoon, one of the longest running cartoons. It's still sort of around today, but it's nowhere near as big as what it used to be. I love Looney Tunes. It's a great TV show and has very memorable characters. You know, Bugs Bunny. I love, Bugs Bunny. What's up, Doc? Daffy Duck, Porky Pig, Elmer Fudd, all the Clates, and of course Sylvester and Tweety Pie. Number 32 is the Mr. Bean TV show, the live action one. Great comedy, Rowan Atkinson, one of my favourite actors, British actors, of course. I love this show. It's so funny. Not that many episodes, about 13, 14 episodes. and I love it. It's so good. It's I always love Mr. Bean, and watching it still, it's still funny. Must watch for any British comedy, or any person, to be honest. At number 31, we have the original Austin Powers movie, International Man of Mystery. I really like this Austin Powers movie. It wasn't the first ever Austin Powers movie I saw, actually. I saw the second one first, which is the case with lots of movies I watched. I love Austin Powers. It's, classic sort of spoof movie, taking a piss out of James Bond, that sort of stuff. But I love it. Yeah, baby, yeah. Number 30, we have Spy Kids 3. I've seen all the Spy Kids movies, but the only one that really sticks out to me and I remember the most is the third one, obviously, a 3D movie, but obviously based around virtual reality in like a real video game. When I saw this movie, it blew me away. I love this movie. It is a children's movie, but it's still a great movie, and visually it's so good. To look at all these special effects they did. It's actually really good. Number 29 is an American comedy, of course, a classic. Friends. I really like Friends. I don't watch that many live action TV shows, and especially not British comedies. British American comedies. I just don't think they're as funny, at least to me. Of course, Britain now, we're taking back our country. No longer part of the European Union. But yeah, I enjoyed Friends. Of course, everyone's seen Friends at one point in their life. How you doing? Number 28 is The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I love this show as a kid. Again, not one that many people talk about anymore, which is unfortunate, but I still consider it a classic Cartoon Network show. It came a bit later in the Cartoon Network time, but obviously there was other... The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy was, I think, like the second time they did Billy and Mandy, because I think the first one was just called Billy and Mandy or something like that, and then they changed it, and then this one is the one that I remember the most. Tangelos. Number 27 is Fairy Odd Parents. I loved Fairy Odd Parents as a kid. I preferred Cartoon Network, but Nickelodeon had a couple of shows that I loved, and Fairy Odd Parents was a classic. I'll definitely have to watch some of these again. It's hard to find these on DVD. They didn't really release them on DVD, which is a shame, but you can watch most of these things online anyway. I love this show, of course, Cosmo and Wanda. I preferred it when it was just them, and then when they put the baby in there, Poof, I just didn't like it as much. Still a great show. Chip, Skylark, memorable characters. I can't remember the guy's name. The teacher, and of course, very memorable characters. One of my favourite was Jurgen von Strangle. Look at my muscles! I don't know if he was voiced by Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he was very... I think they were trying to go for him being like him. Number 26 is a movie called Happy Gilmore, Adam Sandler movie. I do like Adam Sandler movies, but this is one of my favourite Adam Sandler movies. Happy Gilmore is a movie about basically him becoming a golfer. I don't know what it is with me and golf all of a sudden. I seem to be getting loads of golf things. Not that I've ever been a fan of golf. But yeah, Happy Gilmore was a great movie. Funny movie, very... I think it's late 90s, early 2000s. I remember we watched it in school, when I was in school. That was the first time I watched it, and I still love watching it, and I have it on DVD. Number 25, don't hate me, but it's Batman Forever. I do think it's my favourite Batman movie. I don't know what it is about this movie. Some people didn't like it, and I can see why. It's no masterpiece, don't get me wrong. I don't think it's a great movie. It's just movies that I really like to watch. And shows, of course. I loved this movie. I just think it was because the Riddler's in it. Jim Carrey. Joygasm. But I love this movie. It's probably... If I was someone to say to me, let's watch a Batman movie, that's the one that I'd probably choose. Or the original 1960 Batman. Number 27 is SpongeBob SquarePants. Of course, SpongeBob had to be on it somewhere. I loved SpongeBob. I never used to watch it that much as a kid, but when my older brother told me about it, he said you should watch it, it's good. Then I started watching it, and of course SpongeBob is a very, very well-known character now. You know, SpongeBob and Patrick. Did you win? Who you calling Poon here? I think Patrick was my favourite out of all of them. I just think he's funny. Number 23 is my favourite of the Cannonball Run movies, is Cannonball Run 2. This was the first ever Cannonball Run movie I watched, and I loved it. It just has a bunch of memorable moments in it. The orangutan, the ape, sorry. Monkeys have tails, apes don't. That's the way to tell the difference. Of course, the ape, very funny character. When there's these lots of fight scenes in it, and then the ape goes up the stairs and just knocks the fucking karate chops the bad guys. Of course, loads of memorable and very well-known actors in this movie. Burt Reynolds, of course. Jackie Chan was in this movie, but before he was big, before he got into all these American movies. Jackie Chan was in this movie, but of course he was speaking Chinese in it. But great movie nonetheless. You must watch it. Number 22 is the Austin Powers Spy Who Shagged Me, or the second Austin Powers movie. This was the one that I watched, the first of Austin Powers movie I watched. And I love this movie. It's probably my favourite out of all of them. And still a great movie to watch. I just think it's the most memorable of all of them. Of course, Mini-Me and Fat Bastard in it. Hey, I cooked you a deal, Dr. Evil. You can keep your money and your mojo, but let me have that baby. I want my baby back ribs. I want my baby back ribs. Chili, baby back ribs. Of course, Fat Bastard. I think he was my favourite. I just thought he was really funny. Where's your shitter? I got a total head poking out. Oh, it's squidgy. He's very disturbing with some of the things he says, but it's a spoof movie. What do you expect? Number 21. You might be surprised it's so high up on this list, but it's The Simpsons. Of course, The Simpsons, I'm a big fan of the show. But obviously, I've seen this movie, this show, loads and loads and loads of times. But I just think that I haven't watched it in a long time. So that's why it's a bit higher up on the list. But because I haven't watched it in a long time, of course, I've seen loads of episodes of it. But I used to love watching The Simpsons every week, and when I was in school, coming home at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, Simpsons was on. Memories with that show. Number 20 is a show called Dale's Supermarket Sweep. Obviously another game show on here. I used to love this one. It was a game show based around, what's it called? A supermarket. They do like supermarket related questions, stuff like that, and then they would like run around the supermarket and try and get as much money and stuff like that. I used to love watching this show. It's still on today, but obviously not the original. The original, they have reruns and stuff on Challenge, but they haven't done new versions of the show. And number 19 is a show that's actually on right now on TV, is Takeshi's Castle. That's weird. If you don't know what this show is, look it up. It's basically like MXC, but Takeshi's Castle came first. It's the same show, but obviously Takeshi's Castle was voiced over by Charles Craig, Craig Charles, sorry, what did I say, Charles Craig? Craig Charles, when he was much younger, of course. But I used to love watching this show. It's just a really wacky Japanese, like game show. They just do all these weird events, like they're doing one right now where they're like on these giant rollers and they've got to jump over across them without falling in the water and stuff. I used to love this show. Number 18 is another game show called Catchphrase. This was my favourite game show. I used to love Catchphrase. I used to love the original Catchphrase. It's good, but it's not right. 5 seconds, here we go. It's still going today. They sometimes do specials on TV, like celebrity specials, but it's nowhere near as what it used to be. Basically, they would put these little images on screen, and it would be like, oh, maybe there's like something like someone hanging out or something, and it says, "I'll guess the catchphrase," like hanging out to dry. I didn't do a good job of explaining it, but you've probably seen the show, and I love that one. Number 17 is the Terminator 2, in my opinion, the best Terminator movie. Of course, Terminator, great movies. This is my favourite one. In my opinion, it's one of the best sequels to a movie ever made. Just such an awesome movie. Do 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 do. Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's the one that really made his career. I will not hurt anyone. I promise. Talk to the hand. You said you'd never hurt anyone. I lied. Number 15 is a show that I've been watching for a long, long time. In fact, I was watching it today. It's WWE. I know it's sport, but it's still technically a show. It's an episodic show. I just love WWE. In my opinion, I prefer WWE over any other wrestling show. I know it's not as good as what it used to be, but I still watch it. I love it. Of course, going to see it again this year. I can't wait. I looked at the lineup and there's some pretty good ones this year. Randy Orton might be there. Number 14 is Tom and Jerry, The Magic Ring. I loved this movie as a kid. There's so many Tom and Jerry movies. They've been making them for a long time. I didn't realise. I saw one the other day where it's The Wizard of Oz and Tom and Jerry, but they've done so much. But The Magic Ring was really the sort of first Tom and Jerry movie that, long episode, I guess, where it wasn't like, where they do like these like hour-long movies or so. But The Magic Ring was the one that I saw first, and I think it was really the first. It wasn't the first Tom and Jerry movie, but it was the first one when it was more like a long episode. Number 13 is... Oh, sorry. I missed number 16, sorry. Number 16 was the original Die Hard movie. Good thing I noticed that. 16 was Die Hard. Great movie, classic Bruce Willis movie, a really good movie. Number 13 is Die Hard 3. I prefer Die Hard 3 over the first one. I don't know why. I just think it's because I've seen it a few more times and I really like it. The whole concept of all the bombs all over the city and they have to go and like destroy them and it sort of turns out to be a heist and stuff like that. Great movie. All the Die Hard movies are pretty good, to be honest. I don't think I've seen the fourth one and the newest one. Number 12 is the original Tom and Jerry movie. Great classic Tom and Jerry movie. Of course, it was the first feature-length Tom and Jerry movie, and of course, it was the movie that blew everyone away because Tom and Jerry talking. Hey, you can talk all the time? Well, you never said anything to me before. I can never think of anything nice to say to you. Why, you? I love this movie. It's a great movie. It's sort of a musical as well, but a lot of these animated movies were musicals. And number 11 is the last Disney movie on here, and it's my favourite Disney movie. It's Mulan. I love the movie. I know lizard. I do that tongue thing. I love this movie. It's so... I don't know why. I really love... Of course, I love the soundtrack. Let's Get Down to Business. That one. Be a Man. That one. Great classic Disney movie. Not one that a lot of people talk about anymore, which is a shame because I love it. Of course, the second one wasn't nearly as good. I didn't even know there was a second one until I watched it on Netflix, but it wasn't that good. Number 10 is a classic British comedy called Only Fools and Horses. One of my favourite live-action TV shows. In fact, it is my favourite live-action TV show. British comedy, David Jason, Nicholas Lyndhurst, Rodney and Del Boy. I've been to a convention when it was in my town at one point, and I met a few of the actors like Boycie, Marlene, Raquel. I met Trigger was meant to be there, but he was ill, and then he obviously died a few weeks later. I think it was a few months. But love this show. You should really check it out. It's sort of one of the longer reigning BBC shows. I think it was from like late 70s all the way to like the early 90s. The show went on for. It was a long show and it was a great show. Watching the episodes even again today, it just gets better the more you watch it. Number 9 is Family Guy. Of course, I've seen every episode. I had all the DVDs, but I traded them in. I'll just get the big box set with episodes, seasons 1 to 14, and just buy the other 2 seasons. Of course, Family Guy is a great Seth MacFarlane comedy. I love it. Very just a good show to put on sometimes if you're tired and you just want to put a show on. I normally just put Family Guy on. Number 8 is my favourite adult comedy of them all is South Park. I love this show. I think it's funnier than Family Guy, and I just really love South Park. Great show. Of course, you know I'm a fan. Cartman. Hey, you fucking bitch. I didn't want to say what he normally says. Number 7 is Tom and Jerry, the original Tom and Jerry, not the new one. I probably would still like the new one, but the original Tom and Jerry, long show, been going on since the late 40s, all the way up to this year, of course. The last episode was very emotional, if you knew what it meant. And Tom and Jerry is a great cartoon, and one of my favourite cartoons of all time. But not his favourite is this next one. Is number 6 is Ed, Edd and Eddy. Ed, Edd and Eddy. Of course, I watched all the episodes of this online not long ago, and I really enjoyed watching it again. I've seen all the episodes before, and I love this show. It's so good. One of my favourite cartoons. A lot of people love this cartoon as well. And the last 5 are movies. Well, you'll know what these ones are. Number 5 is Star Wars A New Hope. Of course, the original Star Wars, a lot of people consider as the best one. I love all the Star Wars movies. I really do like Star Wars A New Hope. It's a classic, a must-watch, great movie. Number 4 is Star Wars Revenge of the Sith. Now, don't get me wrong, the originals are great, but I just thought that the third Star Wars movie, in my opinion, was a really good movie. It was a great way to end a prequel. Some people didn't like it, fair enough, but I did. I just thought it had some great action moments. Of course, if you watch my other Star Wars video, you'll know. Number 3 is Star Wars Return of the Jedi, of course. Classic, great way to end the original trilogy. Great movie, of course, very memorable. And number 2 is, of course, my favourite Star Wars movie, Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. I just thought it was probably, in my opinion, the best Star Wars movie of all of them. I would love this movie, of course, big Star Wars fan. And number 1 is Harold and Kumar Get the Munchies or Go to White Castle. It's number 1 on my list because I've seen it about 40 times. And it just gets better every time I watch it. It's one of my favourite movies. I love it to pieces. I don't know why I love it so much, but I just do. So, that was my top 100 movies and shows of all time. I hope you enjoyed this little list. Well, not little. It was hard to do, but I'm glad to have done it. So, thank you for watching. I'll leave it there. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment below. I don't know what video I'm gonna do next. I might do. I'm not sure. I think I've got a few more lists to do. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video, which will probably be tomorrow. Cheers.